What's up, guys? My name is John. I'm a musician on Instagram, TikTok, as well as in person, but people know me from Instagram and TikTok. So today I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. The first thing I wanted to talk about is over the past couple of months, I received a lot of interactions, a lot of views on my videos, and I was actually pleasantly surprised with the turnout on a lot of these videos. And some of these videos were getting 7, 8, 10 million views, and it's not something that's ever happened to me before. So in about October of last year, I decided to really take content creation a little bit more seriously, whatever that might mean, getting more views, trying to grow a channel and stuff like that, because I've always wanted to be a musician and I've always wanted to do stuff on a professional level. I think Instagram and TikTok particularly kind of opened up the doors for me for a lot of different avenues music-wise. So again, going back to the other thing, in October of last year, I posted my first video, which was the Halo video, which was basically me saying no thank you to some girl that was trying to give advice. I was like, no thank you, and then I started playing the Halo theme song. That video got roughly 7.5 million views. I was really shocked with how many views it got. And then I had people asking me to do other stuff. So from there, it started kind of snowballing into me just performing a lot of these video game soundtracks or even popular movie soundtracks for Instagram. I received a lot of questions about what it was like to, I guess, have videos go viral. I hate even saying that because I feel like that kind of sounds a little self-centered. But some of these videos got a lot of views, and I was even shocked myself. It's not something that I've ever had before. So I wanted to talk about that really quickly. I wanted to break it down. I wanted to break down how I go about making my content, what my thought process is when it comes to making videos, and how much I made in my first month. Because the first couple of months I wasn't monetized. I was doing everything just for fun. Like, I was just having fun with my videos, doing stuff that I thought was funny. And apparently a lot of people liked it, which was insanely, it was just insane. So we're gonna scroll through Instagram and we're gonna kind of get an overall synopsis on how everything works. So in October of last year, I had about 1,000 followers, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 1,500, but it was my personal account. It was just something that everybody kind of does. You know, everybody has their own account and they follow people that they know. And then I made this one video. It was actually not even a video of my face. It was just,
okay, I'm just gonna get one, all right? It's just one, all right? How bad could one be? It's not that expensive. It's not, well, I mean, I have to get it a friend, right? I mean, who's he gonna talk to? He's gonna get bored.
So basically it was just me kind of going over all of my guitars, and I used this funny trending audio and ended up getting 379,000 views. So then I made another video.
This is my live Edgewood guitar. It's one solid piece. We cut it from a tree right in our backyard, and it looked like a guitar, so we decided to turn it into one. Now, I've never built a guitar before, so to be honest.
So this was just about a guitar that I was building, and that one also got 210,000 views. So then I started to think to myself, I was like, hey, maybe this can be something. Before that, as you could see, I was making content, but none of it was really blowing up. And there was a switch that happened in my brain when that first video started getting a bunch of views. I was like, okay, why is this video getting a bunch of views? And there's two reasons behind it. The first one, it was using a trending audio, which I know back a couple of months ago, that was a main thing. You know, if you scroll on TikTok, you're gonna see a handful of videos that are using trending audio. It's a trend, right? So it kind of gets promoted to a lot of people. And the other thing is that it was relatable and it was funny to musicians, because we're always talking about getting new guitars, or we're talking about getting new instruments. So it was something that was shareable. It was something that was repostable. And I think that's a huge thing. I was like, oh man. So I was posting a bunch of videos before that were kind of like, for lack of a better term, were kind of me not showing off, but it was me playing, right? It was like, here's my favorite song. Here's me playing this. And I just feel like that doesn't really work. Like, I know this sounds crazy, but who's to say that somebody really cares about what I think? Because I really, you know, I didn't have a following. I didn't, whatever. People would look at a musician and they would say, oh, like, you know, that's pretty cool that he could play that, but they're not going to post it on their story. They're not going to share it with their friends because it's just somebody playing something music-wise. That was a huge switch for me. I'm like, okay, so people like repostable stuff and people like shareable content. So how can I make my content shareable? So then I started following these sort of templates on TikTok, and I started making a couple of videos using these templates. And then I had this other video, which was...
There's a lot here to be excited about. I think this could be very positive for our society and economy.
So it was very meme-like, because I was just kind of testing the waters. I just wanted to see, I was like, okay, maybe my theory is correct. Maybe if it's shareable, then maybe it'll work. And that one got 83,000 views. I kind of started to understand that things need to be shareable. So for instance, if I made this video, because I play a bunch of shows out in Long Island and New York, and I made this one video basically showcasing, not showcasing, but showing what I do. So that was basically me showing, what I do day to day. And I play shows in Long Island and New York and at really some really awesome places, some really cool venues. You can see that one only got 30,000 views, and I think that was really because of just overlap from the rest of my videos, maybe from people scrolling through. That video did not do very, very well. And you can see it only has 5 shares. Because nothing about this video is shareable. Nobody's gonna relate to it. And it might be something cool to look at, but it's not shareable. It's not something that connects with people. So then I started posting a bunch of other videos that were somewhat relatable and something that people liked to watch. So then I made this one video, this Halo video.
Ever plan on being intimate with a girl?
No, thank you. But this is how you play the Halo theme song on your keyboard. You just go to Acquire Effect and you hold the E's.
And I didn't do any fancy editing, nothing. The thing was, it was relatable because I guess people are kind of getting sick of people on TikTok trying to always give you advice with certain stuff. I just thought it was really funny, because I saw somebody else do this video where it's like, if you're ever trying to be intimate with a girl, and then it was like, nope, here's my Lego set, or nope, here's this. So I was like, what if I just did it showing people how to play the Halo theme? Because it's really easy to do, and probably everybody can do it. Now, if you scroll through the comments on that video, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna go try this. Oh, I'm gonna go play this right now. And I even had a handful, like I'd say a lot. Like I probably had hundreds of different stitches of people on TikTok, people remixing it on Instagram, showing them actually playing it. So I was like, okay, this is super interesting. I'm like, it's funny, it's relatable, and it's actually in a weird way, it's kind of providing value to somebody. Somebody's not really wasting their time watching it. So I thought that was really, really cool. So I started to take a shift in the way that I make content. And I started to make it in a way where it was shareable, where somebody might potentially learn something or somebody might get a laugh out of it. Something that provides value is the most important part, whether it's a laugh, whether it's educational, or anything else. Or another thing too is something that somebody can give their opinion on. So a couple of other videos too, which did really, really good, was my Super Smash Bros. Video. I made a video of me playing all the different Super Smash Bros. Themes. The caption was kind of funny. And then you could see people in the comments, they're all giving their opinion. They're like, makes me want to plug in the old system and play these. For all Brawl did wrong, that song is on point. Brawl is peak Smash and will always be on the top. Melee is most competitive and Ultimate is the most creative. So now I've kind of opened up the opportunity for me to engage with people, because that's actually something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to engage with people because I love when people comment on my videos, whether it's good or bad, whatever the case might be. I love when people comment on my videos, and I love reading the comments too, because I love hearing what people have to say. I'm not one of those guys where it's like, oh, I got 400 comments or whatever on this video. I'm watching and I'm reading each comment as an individual person, because these are all real people that are commenting. So I wanted to build sort of a community around it and build sort of like a rapport with my new followers. And I think that's super, super important, is actually treating people like humans. You know what I mean? Because some people just look at likes and they look at comments and they just say, oh, like, it's just got this, blah, blah, blah. Like, for instance, this one right here. What I need to know is where you got those presets. Does it come with the keyboard? I love when people ask me that, because I broke it down for them. Like, the sounds come with the keyboard and you have to program, the sounds come with the keyboard and you got to program the sounds come with the keyboard and you have to program it in a way where it's playable. So like in the left hand, you'll probably be doing some string sounds. In the right hand, you'll have the main melody, etc., etc. And then programming gets super advanced. I made another video on that, how I break down a lot of these video game music. So you could go and check that out after this video is done. Making videos that are shareable, that are relatable, that might even be funny. And if humor is not necessarily your thing, I see so many people doing stuff in an educational sense. People follow templates that are on TikTok and Instagram, and they make it their own. They kind of take a twist on it and make it personable. Another thing too that I wanted to talk about is also, I struggled with this for a really, really long time, is actually finding my niche. That's a confusing one for people, because I was brought up playing like classic rock, and actually I was brought up as a classical pianist. But I noticed that some of that didn't necessarily translate to shareable things, shareable posts on Instagram. So I started taking a more fun approach. And I noticed that when I was by myself, I would always try to find ways to play these cool theme songs or play these silly theme songs just because like I like them. Like I'm a video game nerd myself. I like hearing the Zelda themes. I love being able to play it. I love Super Smash Bros. I still play Smash with my boys like to this day. Like we're here chilling on a Saturday night, like we're playing Smash Bros. That's what I like, you know? And I think you as a content creator, somebody that might be looking forward to growing your audience, it's also important to find something that's relatable to you too. Because when I was making these other videos in the past, I would play like Cliffs of Dover, or I'd play, you know, some sort of like blues track, or I'd play some sort of Guns N' Roses track. I like that stuff and I like playing it, but really what was fascinating to me was having this keyboard and being able to do a bunch of these cool sounds with it. And my passion for it, I think, shows with some of my videos. And I think that's why people like it so much, because I spend so much time actually trying to program my keyboard to make it sound like the actual tracks. So that's an important thing, is finding your niche. And it might take a little bit of time to do. It took me years. I was making videos for I don't even know how many years before I figured this out. Another thing too is I'm an old school RuneScape player. So I played RuneScape my entire life. I realize it's a pretty niche thing, even though it's a pretty big game. It's still a pretty niche thing. You know, some people have heard of RuneScape, but not a lot of people actually play it. But I just started posting some RuneScape stuff, and a couple of the RuneScape stuff started to do really, really good. I played the sea shanty theme, and it got almost 2 million views. Like that's just something that like I was just sitting in my room one day, and my boy was on Discord. We were just all sitting there playing RuneScape, and he's like, "Yo, you should play the sea shanty theme." And I'm like, "That would be sick." So like I went into my studio and I just started practicing the sea shanty theme because I was like, "That's freaking awesome!" Like I wanted to play that, you know what I mean? But the twist was, in the back of my head, it's always like, how can I make this shareable? How can I make this relatable? And the most important part of this video was the caption. The captions are so important. POV, it's 2007, you just got home from school and there's lobsters that need to be caught. So if you play RuneScape, you'll know that you had to catch lobsters back in the day for fishing XP. If I were to just play that theme, I guarantee you nobody would have shared it. Or not nobody, but I guarantee you would not have nearly done as well as that. So how can you make your content into a way that's shareable and digestible to people? Again, find something that's relatable, find something that's fun, do stuff that you like. Because if you like it, odds are a bunch of other people like it too. So now we're gonna start getting into some of the finances of it. Now, for the first couple of months, I was not monetized on Instagram. I was just doing everything because I loved it. And I think that that's a huge part that a lot of people don't really understand, is you need to actually enjoy making your videos so that eventually you'll be able to make a little bit of money with it. But again, money is not the only thing. Like if you don't like doing what you're doing, you're gonna be burnt out way before you ever start making money with it. So in my professional dashboard, you could see that it shows 5.5 million accounts reached in the last 30 days. Insane. I can't even believe it's 5.5 million. Like that's just a crazy number to me. Total followers, 41,000 followers. And if you go into bonuses, you'll see that in the first month, I made $1,157.17. I am flattered with that. For me, I was not expecting to make any money with Instagram at all for the first, I don't even know if I was ever really even expecting to make that much. Now, you're not rich off of that, right? I do a bunch of other stuff on the side. I play weddings, I play gigs, I teach. So I do a bunch of other stuff aside from that. But just to kind of get rewarded a little bit for what it is that you enjoy doing, it's such a rewarding thing. And I would definitely encourage you to just keep going at it, because it's kind of crazy to think that. That was from March 29th to April 27th. So that was about a month. To have that on the side is fantastic. And you can see the in progress bonuses. It goes by your reels. So these are bonus views. I don't exactly know what Instagram classifies as a bonus reel or a bonus view. If you look at the Taco Bell video that I did, it got 9 million views, and the bonus views were 5 million. So I made a big chunk of that money from that one video. The Pokemon video that I did got about, I think, 800,000 or 900,000 views at this point, and the bonus plays or the bonus views were 518,000. So again, I don't know how it exactly calculates it. And actually, I don't even think that's fully calculated, because tomorrow that dollar amount is probably going to go up, because it doesn't count today. It, calculates the day, and then it gives it to you the next day. And I think today I got a large handful of views on that video. So an extra $1,100 in your bank account at the end of the month is freaking awesome. Like, just for playing stuff that I enjoy. So these videos are meant to be sort of chill and casual, just kind of like a conversation back and forth. Eventually, I'm gonna start breaking down a whole bunch of stuff. I have a ton of other content planned for you guys. So if that's something that you want to see, whether it's me breaking down video game music or whether it's me actually performing video game music in their full extent, you let me know and I would love to do it. But if you guys have any questions at all, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.